Hello everyone, welcome to Lecture 4 of our Full Stack Development course. In the previous lectures, we learned HTML and created web page structures. Today, we are moving to CSS, which is used to make web pages visually attractive. In this session, we will learn CSS colors, background, background properties, font styling, text formatting, and CSS box model. Before learning CSS properties, let us first understand what is CSS is. CSS stands for Cascading Style Sheets. CSS is used to style HTML web pages. HTML creates the structure of a web page. So HTML will just create a structure and the CSS improves its appearance. So CSS is used for styling. Using CSS, we can change colors, fonts, layouts, spacing, alignment, and so on. Without CSS, web pages look plain, and with CSS, web pages become attractive and professional. Here we can see the script in HTML. This script is displaying a heading called welcome. So it gives the output as like this, which gives a heading in plain, which aligns at left side with black color font. Now we can see the modified HTML code by adding the CSS. Here we used the HTML structure, but we included the CSS here. If we want to include the CSS, we need to use the tag called style. This is the paid tag. So whenever we are open this style tag, we need to close it because this is not the self-closing tag. This is the paid tag. So to make our HTML page attractive and colorful, we should use the tag called style tag. Okay. And here what we added is we just added the styling to our HTML page. So the same heading welcome, I just added a blue color with the text alignment center. Okay, so for this I used the CSS attributes color and text align. Now you can see the output. The same heading displayed in blue color with the alignment center. So this is how we can differentiate the difference between the HTML and by using the CSS. So here we can see that CSS has changed the text color and alignment. Now let us learn CSS colors. CSS colors are used to style text, backgrounds, and borders. There are multiple ways to specify colors. We can have the color name, which is the predefined color name. There we can use a color attribute with the direct value of the specified color. And in the second representation is the hexadecimal color code, and it uses the format #RRGGBB. So here we used the color attribute with the RGB hexadecimal value format. And in the third way to use the CSS color is by using the RGB method. In the RGB method, we need to pass the values of red, green, blue, which values from 0 to 255. So let us say here the RGB method is having the red value as 255, R value as 0, R value as 255, G value as 0, and B value as 0. And what is the allotted color for this value will be displayed in our page. And we can have the RGBA for transparency. So if we want to add some transparency, we need to add the alpha value along with the RGB value. So we need to pass R value, G value, B value along with the alpha value. The alpha is nothing but the transparency. The transparency ranges from 0.0 to 1.0. So that's why we have taken the alpha value as 0.5. We can use this alpha with texture background also. And HSL for hue based color selection. Here we are having the HSL method, which is having the hue value, saturation value, and the lightness. Background properties help control how web page backgrounds appear. We can set background color, image, position, behavior, and attachment. The background position property determines where an image appears. Yeah, here, sorry. We can use the background position property to determine where an image appears. It can be placed left side, right side, or center, top, or bottom. Okay, so we can place the image by using the property called background position. So you can see for a syntax background position horizontal or vertical. So the example background position center with 50%. The next one is the preventing image repetition. So if you don't want to repeat the same image number of times in the page, we can prevent that. By default, the background image is repeated. To stop repetition, we use the no repeat. We use no repeat property. And if you want to fix the background, whenever you are scrolling the content in the page, if you want to fix one particular background image, then we can use the property which controls the scrolling behavior known as the background attachment. So which this property controls scrolling behavior. Which is nothing but if you want to fix the scrolling, if you want to fix the image during scrolling, we can use the background attachment fixed. Right? Next, transform rotation. Here next the next property is transform, which is used to rotate the elements. So for example, if you want to tilt the image, we can use the property called transform. So how many degrees you want to tilt means rotate, that you can mention as the value in degrees in the rotate method. And it adds modern visual effects to web pages. Now let's see the CSS font and text properties. These properties improve readability and presentation. Here we have the font size, the text size, which controls the text size, and font weight controls thickness, and then the font style. There we can use the italic style or the bold style, like italic style. And we are having the text decoration where we can underline the text, and text transform where we can change the case from upper to lower, lower to upper. And the last one is text align, where we can align the text either in left side or the right side or center or at justification. Okay. Let's see the each property one by one. The font size controls the size of the text. So there we need to use the property called font size, and we need to pass the value in pixels. Then it will change the text size. Okay. The second one is font weight, which controls how bold or light the text appears. So generally, if you are not giving any font weight, it will display the font in normal. According to the size, we may bold the text or we can light the text. The value ranges from 100 to 900. So let's say the font weight bold. Okay. The font will be displayed in bold color, in the bold weight, and the font weight 700. According to the value, the thickness of the font will be increases. The third one is font style, where the text style will be changes from normal to italic or normal to oblique and so on. So, okay, next, the text decoration. Here the decoration adds the decoration to text, where we can underline or we can line through or we can overline. Nothing can be happen with the text decoration. The text transform, we can change the text case from one case to another case. We may change the text from uppercase to lower, lowercase to upper, or we can capitalize the letters and so on. And the text alignment. So aligns text horizontally. So either you want to align your text left, right, center, justify, and so on. The last one is the CSS box model. So here one of the most important CSS concept is the CSS box model, and every HTML element is treated as a box. Okay. So every element is treated as a rectangular box, and it consists of content. So let's say this is the box. So every element is taken as a box, and it is having the four different parts. One is content, padding, border, and margin. The box model is used in designing cards, buttons, forms, and navigation bars. So, for example, this is the actual text or image inside the box. So, we can set the height and width of that particular content in pixel values, and which controls size of the content area. And we know that padding is nothing but the space between content and border. So the padding is nothing but the space between content and the border. We may mention the value to acquire the space between content and border. If padding increases, box become bigger and the content moves away from the border. Okay, and border is nothing but the outline around the padding. So here it is the padding, and the border is nothing but the outline around the padding. So there also we can have the width, style, color. The last one is margin. Margin is nothing but space outside the border. Okay, we can give the margin in the pixels again. In today's lecture, we learned introduction to CSS, CSS colors, background properties, and font styling, text formatting, and CSS box model. These concepts are essential for designing professional web pages. Practice all examples in the text editor. Thank you and see you in the next lecture.